Woo! How's it going, Nerd Report? This is Lewis here, live on the Nerd Report YouTube channel. We have a link up on nukethefridge.com. I know a lot of you are going to be trickling in for this live feed, expecting some advanced screening passes to Dr. Sleep. That's the sequel to The Shining, courtesy of Warner Brothers. We have a bunch of passes for you if you guys are just coming in. I see we have a few people coming in. That's right. So if you guys want free passes to Dr. Sleep, I'm going to tell you how to get them in about 5 minutes. So stay listening, maybe less than 5 minutes. I'm just waiting for some people to trickle in here. As we're live, you may be listening to this after we've been live, but still cool because you could still win the passes. They will still be available and you get hooked up. We have select cities available for Dr. Sleep as we have 14 people. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is called live chat or nerd chat, actually, and we do it on the Nerd Report YouTube channel. My name is Louis Lecca. You can follow me personally on YouTube, on Twitter and Instagram at Nerd Lecca. That's you see it right there on the screen, right? I don't have my face up, but I will be maybe showing my face in a little bit. And we also invited a bunch of other YouTubers to join us. I don't know where they're at. They're probably late as usual. I'm always the guy early, dude. I'm always early. So I'm going to tell you how to win tickets to Dr. Sleep. We have Yvonne. It's a good movie. I recommend it. Are you talking about Dr. Sleep? Did you already see it? Stay tuned. In a couple minutes, I'm going to tell you where to get the tickets as people are coming in. Praying to God I will win some for tomorrow in Miami. I love The Shining. Good taste, girl. Good taste. Good taste. Once again, this is for subscribers, so please subscribe to the channel. Could you guys hear me okay? Because what do we do in the Nerd Report YouTube channel, right? We talk about movies. We talk about television. We talk about comics, events, comic conventions. We invite other people. We like to talk to you. You guys, any topic you want to talk about, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat, and I'll try to, start a conversation going. I'm going to invite a few of my friends on social media to see if they could join the chat, so they could pick topics and we could, start chatting. You want to talk about Star Wars? You want to talk about, hey, they just announced Ant-Man 3. Are you guys excited for Ant-Man 3? I mean, we posted that news and on Facebook, and so many people retweeted it. It was crazy. Hold on, let me mute myself here. But anyways, yeah, it was crazy. I didn't know Ant-Man had that many fans. Are you an Ant-Man fan? Are you excited for the third film? Let me know. Because it's considered one of the bottom tier Marvel movies, yet the excitement's through the roof. Is it what Ant-Man did in the Avengers? Is that what's gotten you excited for this film? It could be, right? I think Ant-Man was awesome in the Avengers films. So let me invite a few people here and tweet this out so we get some more people. And I know a lot of you are here for the free passes to Dr. Sleep. Do you guys want to know how you could get Dr. Sleep passes? Press 1. If I see a lot of ones, I will do it. I think we have one guest right here. Jennifer, how you doing? You're in your car.
Well, yeah, I'm very sick. I had to buy medicine.
You had to buy medicine?
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize the time. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, well, you know what? You don't have to be here through the entire thing. We call it Nerd Chat. And
okay, so
we just talk about nerdy stuff. There's a few topics here. We got Chris Del Castillo. What's up, homie? You okay? Little pixelated, but NTF Chris, Nuke the Fridge Gaming. He handles all our gaming content right there on nukethefridge.com. He's a real cool guy. Do you guys want to see how I look? Yes or no?
No. How come we can't see you?
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. You don't? Chris.
Louis,
yes.
I get a bunch of gaming things from people. Do you want me to forward them to you?
Yeah, of course. Anything that's free.
It's free. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there I am. I'm Lewis.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the Clubber Lang, relax, man. We're gonna give you some tickets, man. Look at him in the chat, he's going nuts. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people. We got one more person in here, I think. I'm scared to press this. Who's that? H, who are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
Who's this?
It's your worst nightmare.
I don't Mom?
No. I'm the guy who doesn't like Joker.
Matt Jarbo, how you doing? Why'd you put the H there? What is that?
Because I tried to put my name in and then I hit enter on my phone instead of.
It's all good. Hey, you wanted me to get girls on here. We got one. No, wait,
I
two.
didn't say
No, wait,
that.
one.
You said that. Don't put words in my mouth. Females.
Huh?
Yeah. Come on, Lewis. Come on.
Well,
get with the time.
Well, you assumed that I was pointing at Chris.
Yeah.
We're all girls here.
Yeah. Woohoo. Anyways, who else? I send out a lot of links. I even send out one to Mike. And I know most people are here because I pimped out those passes to what's it called? Dr. Sleep. So I'm going to tell you right now how to get those tickets. In the comments section, the comments area below this video, there are links to select cities. Now, I can't pick the cities. It's what Warner Brothers gave me. So don't get pissed off at me. All right. Select cities. There's about 7. Click on the link. Claim your passes. Dr. Sleep this Wednesday. I heard it's a good one. Have any of you guys seen it?
No, but I heard mixed things.
Mixed?
Maybe it's just mixing.
People are mixing?
Well, they're mixing it.
Chris, you into that?
Into
Dr.
what?
Sleep?
Not really.
I want to see it.
Dr. Sleep. No.
Yeah, it just hasn't
Matt?
come.
No.
Well, I haven't seen it, but I've heard good things about it.
Okay, we got another person right here, but all he has is a chair. So should I click it?
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna be in very. Wait, did somebody come out? Matt, just
Yeah, the H.
oh man. And we have woohoo! Hello. You're on
Oh, it's
there
John.
live.
I know John.
John, I think John, I cannot hear you, but anyway, we got one more person coming in. This is already crazy, right?
Are we live right now?
What up, Jeff?
How you doing?
Good to see everybody.
I gotta start a thing where you have a signal to make sure everyone's ready. And Jennifer Ortega is a new person here, and so is Chris. But Chris, you've done these feeds before, right?
No, this is my first time doing
I'm really
this
sorry. I'm
one.
in my car. I apologize.
This one right here, but you're used to these. I've seen you do some over there on.
Hello.
Hello.
Chris has vlogged and done like videos like this before.
You got booted.
The screen.
BRB.
Okay, so real quick, once again in the chat, there's a link in the comments area. All right, the comments not the comments. Sorry, the description area of this video on YouTube. Nerd Report. We're on Nerd Report, okay? Because some of you people are going to be listening to this via podcast. Go there. Go on Nerd Report on YouTube. Check out the description of this video. And there's many links to free passes to watch Dr. Sleep.
See what you want me to mention that? Like what?
Okay, we got Matt. Okay, I think we're packed. Could we go more than this?
I think it
I
only
don't think so.
Hi, John.
Good to video meet you. I don't think I've met you in person before.
Okay, so let me so we have a packed house. People are texting me. They're saying I can't get in.
Is my volume popping too loud?
No, but you're popping.
There's a bit of like a background, like a little bit of an
break
echo.
dancing. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Is there a way I can fix that?
It's gonna be through your settings.
Yeah.
Oh, settings.
It's like a reverb.
So
That's what it is.
Settings.
Where's Mike Sandoval?
Sandoval. I don't know.
Other than the reverb.
All
know.
right. Well, meanwhile, guys, let's I'll be like, this is a Nerd Report YouTube channel, so I'll make sure like we're gonna pick out topics as we usually do for the new people who are watching right now. The people that are watching are welcome to pick a topic out, whatever they want. We'll talk about it if we can. And our panel here, Jennifer, Chris, Jeffrey, and John could talk about anything they like. I have a few things I want to talk about first. You guys are cool with that? And then I want everyone's opinion.
No, I'm not cool with that.
Hey, hold on.
I'm cool with it.
Delete button. Hold on. Where's the delete? I'm just kidding. All right, guys. And feel free to support the channel by super chatting. Like $1. Yes. So then YouTube could make 30 cents out of that, right?
What about you guys?
Like 50 cents we make.
I don't know. Okay, so first topic. Terminator. Dark Fate. Hold on. Real quick, give me 5 seconds. If you've seen it, did you like it? Yes or no? I don't want to review right now. Jennifer, you didn't like it? Chris?
Saddened.
Chris, did you see it?
Sorry.
Did you see Terminator?
No, I have not seen it yet.
No? Okay, Jeffrey, did you see Terminator?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Fuck that movie.
Oh, come on.
Yes, Jeffrey, you're on my side. Jennifer, you're on my side.
John, what'd you think?
Okay, another you.
What? All right. I liked it. So am I the only person that did?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. All right. I'm canceled.
Spoilers to this or no?
You can. There will be spoilers. There will be blood. But anyways, the big news though is that no matter what I think, no matter if you liked it or not, it bombed, and I don't think we're going to see another Terminator movie. Does that make you feel sad? Let's start with Jennifer. Does that make you feel sad? You're happy? I haven't liked
any of them since the second one. So yes, I'm happy about it.
Third one was pretty good.
It was okay. Third one was okay, but I didn't need it. I didn't need it.
Get a little louder because I think you're a little low in the mix.
Sorry. Is that better? Now my face is just really close. Sorry.
That's fine.
Third one was okay, but I didn't feel like it was I necessarily needed to see it.
I like the third one. Real quick, Chris, without seeing the film, are you sad we're not getting a Terminator movie again? That we may not? Okay, no problem. Jeffrey, same question.
Something's up with my camera.
Jeffrey, same question. Are you sad? Would you be sad if we don't get another Terminator movie?
No, I'm sadder that they made this movie after Genesis, and we can't really take this as evidence they'll never make another movie because they made this movie after Genesis, which was horrendous and bombed, and then they made
that one
another.
Made money.
Not really. I mean,
kind of.
Not enough because that movie was supposed to be the first in a trilogy. They canceled the trilogy and then they started over again and made this piece of garbage. And now here we are. It's like to people who grew up in the 80s or 90s, like the Terminator films are classics. But to the millennial audience of today, they don't give a. Can we curse here or
rat's ass?
No,
don't rat's ass about Terminator.
No, I mean, cursing because then I feel like.
Okay, they don't give a huff. They don't give a huff about Terminator. It's an irrelevant franchise, and then like they bring back this movie. It basically takes a dump on the people who love the first two films, and then it's like, oh, here's Linda Hamilton back again, and they're trying hard to sort of lean into Terminator 2. People who love, but then they take a dump on it in the prologue.
Yeah, that's what I.
Jennifer, real quick.
Hold on a second. Screw this franchise, let it die, but they're not because they're going to keep because guys like Ellison
Jeffrey
are obsessed with Terminator and Hollywood's obsessed with rehashing Terminator, and they're going to keep rehashing it until they're out of money. So go for it. Keep making bombs.
That'll be interesting. Real quick. John, are you sad if this is the last time we see it?
I'm not gonna be sad either way. I agree with Jennifer and Jeffrey, and it feels like the writers for Terminator is taking the guidebook from Rian Johnson of letting the past die, and that's exactly what they're doing. Except they're rehashing the past, they're redoing the whole time travel thing, And just the new character, like Danny, I don't give a crap about her. Why would I want to follow her to whatever it is that she has?
I want to
against
follow
the
her.
Legions?
I'm following her
You want
right
to follow
now.
her?
Somebody fell out.
You know who doesn't want to follow her?
Chris.
Chris doesn't want to follow her. That's why he left.
No, I think Chris is still on. He's working on some stuff. Let me get him. When I see he looks so. I'm looking at his video right now. Let's see when it gets fixed. Jennifer, if you wanna, I think we're getting a little bit of an echo from your end. Do you have headphones?
No, but I'm 5 minutes away from my house.
No, it's fine, and you could come back in if you want. But you could stay on. Feel
I
free
think
to
mine
do
were
that.
not
Maybe
plugged
it's
all
my-
the way in.
Is it by air? Is that better or no?
By the way, my hatred for the movie has nothing to do with the fact that the three leads are women.
Yeah, it does.
I like.
Yeah, it
I
does.
just want to make that
Could
clear.
you guys hold on a second? Could you
yourself
guys
there.
hold on? I'm the referee here. Chris, as you could see, you look better, but you are sideways. If you could fix that, that'd be great.
Okay, I was trying to use my phone camera because my internet's acting all nuts right now.
Actually, you sound. Let's do sound over visuals, and I think you sound very good right now. What do you guys think, Chris?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Let me remove video. Better?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, man. If you put a picture of yourself or
I'm just using my mobile right now because for some reason my internet's acting wonky.
yeah, sometimes when we do the live stream, we get there's a lot of apps up, and then it messes everything up. So to go simple is better. Okay,
Okay,
where were we at? Something about Jeffrey not liking women. What was
He
that?
hates women.
Is that you?
That makes
Oh
me
no,
sad.
it's Mexicans you don't like. Damn. Oh, okay.
Damn! Wow.
Nah, just kidding. Full disclaimer, we're just messing with Jeffrey. I said that. I don't, I was just playing with him. But no, Jeffrey's the most fairest guy and most inclusive guy, one of the most inclusive people I know. So, anyways, I respect everybody's opinion here.
Yeah.
But as usual, you're all wrong. Terminator was awesome. It's a good popcorn flick at the very least. I would say that. And I love seeing Gabriel Luna in there and stuff. And I hope it moves forward, maybe on streaming. I don't know what. And this next topic, are we good with that? Anyone in the chat want to chime in? No one?
No, my-
Midway
Why?
from here?
But why?
Why what?
Why continue a dead, irrelevant franchise?
Because I liked it. I don't consider it dead.
I don't think
I
it's
don't think it's
dead.
irrelevant.
This movie
I don't
is
think
going to
it's irrelevant.
lose $120 million.
I didn't. Yeah, but I'm not the financier.
Look, movies don't have to be okay. So I don't think it's irrelevant, but I think the fact is they really need to go in a different directions now because we don't need Arnold anymore. Sure, it's great for the nostalgia factor, but if they can redo a movie in a way that kind of like pays homage to the originals without kind of like having to force themselves to go back to that, it could be better.
Just use Arnold's son.
He looks just like him.
I know he does.
He look, and actually he's buff. Wait, I think we could get one more person in here, can we?
It's
Oh, no,
Robert.
we tapped out.
I came in.
I see Robert.
How's it?
got a
Welcome,
nice
Robert
looking-
Garcia. We're talking about.
He's got a
Terminator.
nice looking camera set up there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and he sounds pretty good.
Sounds
Say
good.
that again. Robert, real quick, did you watch Terminator: Dark Fate?
Next topic.
Robert looks like he's about to be on Dan Patrick or
Yeah.
something.
Robert
He's got a
knows,
nice-
my language.
Does it make you
he's got
sad?
a microphone rig and everything. I'm jealous.
Does it make you sad that this may be the last Terminator?
I thought it really ended with the second movie. Second movie's phenomenal. Loved it. And everything after that just progressively went downhill. So I'm really not. I'm pretty.
Everything is just riding on the coattails of James Cameron and Terminator 2.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's actually directing it, I'm not really interested anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I'm not. Yeah, I wish he would have directed this, and I wish this would have been like. How's about this storyline, guys? What do you think? Like Sarah Connor is still like traumatized by the events of Terminator 1 and 2, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like she's in LA walking, right? And then all of a sudden, the time displacement thing turns on and sucks her into the future. And now she's stuck in the future war, and the Terminators try to jump her. She's like, "Oh shit! Whoa, oh my god! What the hell?" And then you see the Resistance try to defend her, and maybe John as well. Would that be cool? Would you and then just go full on Future War? This time they suck Sarah Connor into the future.
I don't know what you can do because they tried a Future War with Salvation, which was the premise that all the fans really wanted, and then they screwed the pooch on that. They killed the dog.
But it never looks like the Future War James Cameron established in the first two films.
Okay, but my point is that the franchise is damaged goods now. There's really nowhere else you can go. You try bringing back Linda Hamilton. You try bringing back Arnold twice. None of it worked. There's really nowhere else to go.
I know. Terminator, the animated series.
I think that's been done. Has it?
It has? Shit, I missed it.
Maybe. What's up to in the chat, Julio Robles? And once again, if you are here for passes to Dr. Sleep, they are for our subscribers, so you know what to do. Subscribe, and what you do is you go in the description area of this video, which we're on YouTube, Nerd Report on YouTube, and there's a bunch of links with a bunch of cities you could claim your passes. Dr. Sleep screening, advanced screening this Wednesday in select cities. Not all cities are included, but there are a lot in there. I cannot choose what cities they give me, but I'm very thankful Warner Brothers gives us what we have.
Lewis,
right? So thank you, Warner Brothers.
Thank you, Warner Brothers. Lewis,
Yes.
I have a question for Jennifer.
Yes.
What did you think of the new characters, Danny and Grace, for Dark Fate?
Oh,
The
there you are. Sorry.
Whoa. What happened? There I am. I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think? We're all looking at you.
I'm nervous. You know, I don't really care about it. I was just mad over the beginning of the movie. First of all, I was. It's all downhill from there. I was pissed off at the beginning of the movie. From there. I didn't care what happened. I'm serious.
You talking about John Connor?
I was just angry over the incidents. In the
Can we talk about that incident?
Yeah, we're talking spoilers. Yes, we're talking.
So spoiler alert. I mean,
John Connor, right?
I mean, like, I get that. I get why they did that at the beginning of the movie. I totally understand. But for people who like have this deep emotional attachment to T2, that prologue, it's basically like what happened with Alien 3. It's like what happened with Alien 3.
What the hell is that?
And James Cameron actually talks about that, what happens in Alien 3, and criticized it. So it's like James Cameron is committing the sins of Alien 3, but with his own franchise now in Dark Fate. So it's hard to get invested. And then basically, I think that prologue, it basically invalidates the whole entire movie. Because
real quick, Jeffrey, give me a second.
I'm just saying it invalidates
Matt,
the whole
are
movie.
you on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Matt.
How you doing, Matt? Why is Chris muted? Okay, Jennifer, we're trying to get you in. Give us a second.
Chris might be working on something.
You guys are talking to me, so there's no background noise.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry guys about this. Is full of technical issues. But I blame. Let me see who I blame. I blame Robert.
I take it.
Robert's just there chilling, drinking some Coke Zero, and having it looking sharp and cool.
Yeah. What's going on here with the Chris? Are you on?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just on mute when I'm not talking.
Oh, right, very cool. All right, so we Matt is the only one that's going to be on my side. He loved the movie, right?
Yeah, I did. I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah. So, are you sad? Would you be sad if this is the last film?
I think it is fine as the last film. I think it closes off Sarah Connor's story. I think it gave her character purpose, which is what she had been ultimately seeking anyway. And I think at the end of the day, it's a serviceable end. And if it goes further, I'm happy. If not, I'm content.
Sweet. That's it on the issue, guys.
I can't make a comment. I mean, I haven't seen it. It just hasn't mustered.
You haven't seen it?
No, I just.
You had an opinion about it. You haven't seen it.
I didn't have an opinion about it. I said I haven't seen it, and I have no desire to see it.
There you go. That's a valid opinion.
I have
desire.
Yeah, I'm not excited for it in any way. I mean, I loved Terminator and T2, and then after that, like I said, I lost interest with the third movie. and it's just lost me. And I've always kind of been bummed with this whole thing of, like, with Jurassic Park, we know Spielberg is involved as an executive producer, but he's not directing. It's like, you know, Joe Johnston, and then, you know, follows with other directors. That's always kind of bummed me out when, and I know Cameron was directing T2, but when we now see them kind of take a you know, like an executive producer role rather than directing the film, that's always kind of shot out a red flag for me when it comes to, you know, multiple.
Except the Star Wars prequels.
Well, that's a whole different beast.
Are we going into Star Wars yet? No, we'll talk about Star Wars.
No, so yeah, that's just always kind of been my thing. Is, you know, if like Cameron was really passionate about this project, why wouldn't he direct it? I mean, I know he's
working on Avatar.
I know, but you know, is there really a rush to get it out then for the integrity of the film? Could it wait? Could it have been put first before Avatar? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the schedule, but that's just kind of been always my personal outlook on it.
A comment from Stanley Thornton. Thank you for commenting, Stanley, in the chat. The problem is they keep trying to keep doing remakes. It becomes so bad they had to put Alien and Predator in the same movie because neither movie had enough fans left to do on their own. Well, there's actually a long-standing Alien versus Predator history in the comics, and then you had the alien skull.
Yeah, but that all started from
Predator
part 2.
Yeah, back in but whatever.
I was watching
Maybe
a documentary on that.
Hey, that's an idea. Maybe we can finally see a RoboCop versus Terminator movie now.
You know what else is missing now that you remind me? Is Stan Winston. Do you guys know him? Stan Winston?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Creature effects guy.
Visual effects guy.
There's something off about the designs of everything that are sequels to Stan Winston movies.
The late great Stan Winston.
Late great. I have his autograph. I actually met him during Terminator 3's press junket.
Remember, Stan Winston did the work on the first Iron Man film. He helped design the practical suits of the Mark 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, basically, he is in many ways. He's one of the architects of the original MCU.
Yeah, but he didn't see the movie made, did he? No, he didn't. Did he get to see the first?
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure he got to see. Yeah, because he didn't pass away until after it came out. I don't know if he got to see the finished product, but I don't know. I don't know how well he was at the time, but I'm not sure. But
okay, guys, coming into the chat, we have a few people that are going to be listening to this live, and we have a few people that are going to be listening to it after it's done because it's going to stay here on the Nerd Report YouTube channel. And a lot of people are here because they want freebies, they want Dr. Sleep tickets, and I don't blame them because that movie looks awesome, and it's the sequel to The Shining. Here's Johnny, and we're hooking up with passes for that. They're for Wednesday in select cities, not every city, but select cities. There's quite a few of them. Here's what you do. You go to the Nerd Report YouTube channel. You look at this video. There's a there's a description area. There's the city and a link, plus the time and date and whatnot. And location. Click on that link ASAP. Claim your passes while supplies last. Courtesy of Warner Brothers, and hopefully you guys subscribe because we do this a lot. We like to hook up people, and I think Jennifer, just by knowing that we're hooking up with free stuff, or for this movie, is it the movie? Are you hiding, or what's going on here?
I don't know where Jennifer's placing the camera.
I think Jennifer's driving.
Jennifer, do you see us? She doesn't know we're on. I'm gonna. I don't think. Yeah, I think she.
She's probably driving home, and that's why she has the camera there.
Has anyone seen Dr. Sleep?
I have not seen it yet.
Not seen it.
Chris
Lewis, you've seen it, right?
I have not. I have not seen Dr. Sleep.
They did screenings. I know they were. I think they were. I don't know if they were press screenings, but they had screenings last week, and I didn't get a chance to go. I couldn't make it.
We have a good amount of people watching right now. Hit that like button. Share the poop out of this, please. We need your support. We're independent creators. We're not corporate owned websites backed or whatever they're doing it, and we give you some real content like this panel right here. some of us loved Terminator Dark Fate, and the other half is crazy. So there you go. If you guys
Isn't it like
wanna know
1 to 3?
Well, Chris, you don't count.
I'm not counting myself.
Yeah.
Chris is counting me, Jeffrey, and Jennifer.
Hey, I'm because she
And
go on
let's just
again.
say it's so bad that even Robert didn't even want to doesn't care about it.
Yeah, I don't care. Sorry.
Like neither do I really.
I mean, that's probably the majority of the audience because they didn't care enough to even want to go see it.
In theaters, yeah.
So, but if they do a future war, would you guys watch?
Maybe. Depending on project, story, trailers, see how it looks.
I mean, I saw this movie, so.
Well, you watch a
also,
lot of movies,
people in the
Jeffrey.
chat,
Yeah.
People in the chat, do me a favor. If you want any topic, us to bring up any topic, please feel free to bring it up, and we'll try to, talk about it.
I kind
Next-
of hope they don't do it though. Just because
I do have a really quick topic,
keep
and I want to kind of
failing
get
over and over.
John
It's
and Jeff's
insanity.
opinion on it.
Okay, so real quick, is this Terminator related, or should we switch topic?
No, it's something else. Something going to a different, better topic.
Okay, so real quick, are we done with this better topic right now? Terminator.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm done too. Robert doesn't even bother watching the movie. He just looks cool there, spends his money on Darth Vader helmets.
Robert, you're not missing out.
Okay, pat him in the head for me.
Good.
All right. NTF Chris, what's up, dude? What's the topic?
All right, so I guess this mostly goes towards John and Jeff. So Death Stranding comes out in a couple days, and Kojima said that it looks like Kojima Productions is going to go into actual movies moving forward. What do you guys think about that one?
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's been you can do movies. It could be good. It could be bad. I really don't know because video game studios have been trying to do movies. For example, Ubisoft, when they did Assassin's Creed, it came out and it completely sucked. So I have no hope for a movie studio, if Kojima were to do it, to be good.
I think it's kind of weird though because Kojima's going to be actually doing the movie if they go forward with it.
Yeah.
So it'll
let's
be
say
the
if he
first.
does it.
It'll be the first actual video game studio who's going to be working on the movie himself. So that's kind of crazy, I think.
Yeah. Well, no, Ubisoft they did it. They were part of that too for Assassin's Creed.
Chris,
Not
what is the
really,
plan
though.
here? What is the plan here? Does he want to make like live action?
Well, he's always been a big movie buff, and that's where
Right.
people were saying like even Death Stranding is like watching one gigantic cinematic movie, and now he's actually talking about Kojima Studios Productions actually going into making a full length movie.
It sounds like it's in the very early stages. This was in a BBC Newsbeat documentary. In the future, Kojima Productions will also start making films. If a person can do one thing well, then they should be able to do anything well, he commented. I think within the next 3 to 4 years, everything will move to streaming, games, movies, and TV shows. When that happens, movies, TV shows, and games will be competing in the same space. I think there is some validity to what he's saying here. If it's like a streaming movie, I guess say go for it. I'm just curious, like, what the plan is for what he wants. Does he want to make like a CG tie-in movie? Would it be live action? I'd want to know more about what his plan is to kind of understand what he wants to do. But I think what he's saying is with everything going to streaming makes a lot of sense. And I think we're kind of already starting to see that, the early stages of that right now. And so I think he's right in that respect. As far as how well his skill set in storytelling would translate into sort of like a standalone feature, I'm not sold, but we'll see.
I mean, if you look at Metal Gear Solid 4, that's practically what it is. One gigantic cinematic movie.
There are definite issues I have with the Metal Gear games in terms of their storytelling and presentations, especially the later ones.
Okay.
Okay, so I dropped the link in the description. What you're looking at right now on screen is Chris's section on nukethefridge.com. You can check out all his gaming news and stuff like that. And your YouTube channel, brother?
It's Nuke the Fridge Gaming, sir.
All right. And we got Walter. Walter, you could actually join us here if you like. Let me know in the comments. I'll send you a link so you could join us. A lot of people want to meet you. A lot of people have not met you. You do all the DC news over there at nerdreport.com. So we really appreciate that. Can we change? Are you guys done with that topic?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next up, I just heard today, I didn't have a chance to read the article, but I'm sure everyone else knows more about this than I do. Ant-Man 3 has been greenlit. And the thing that I noticed about that news, which we did have an article up on Nuke the Fridge, is that a lot of people are excited about Ant-Man. And Ant-Man is actually, at one point, was considered like not really the top tier Marvel character. Does anyone want to take that topic? I'm sure.
I think we can all really talk about this one. So who wants to start off?
Chris, go ahead.
Okay, I agree. Nobody expected Ant-Man to do as well as it did, but I think Paul Rudd did an amazing job with that. And just the first two movies are great. Hopefully the third one can do it. But now that we're in that time skips area now with the movies, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that's going to play out with everything that happened.
Anyone else?
It's a fun movie, the first two, and
yeah,
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a fun movie for the third one.
I think Ant-Man, personally, I like Ant-Man out of his movies more than in his own film. Like in Avengers, well, it's not an Avenger movie, but I guess it kind of is. Civil War. I thought that was the way it was handled was just awesome, and I loved, like, he was kind of like my highlight for Endgame, because here was this small character that at one time everyone kind of like brushed him over, and he was a fanboy of the Avengers, and he actually became the hope for the Avengers. And the scene that I really liked out of Endgame, you know, was that when he's knocking at the door or whatever, and they're like, hey, is this from?
Yeah.
And it was like, it just represented hope from the smallest character. And that is something people don't talk about, but it's something I really like seeing in movies. I don't know if it was done on purpose. Probably was done on purpose, because the Russos are excellent for Marvel. Mm-hmm. But what do you guys think, Robert?
You know, I was never really big into Ant-Man. So I didn't become like an actual fan till the movies. I'm much more a fan of the movies than the actual comic books. And I had a little bit of, I was a little skeptic on how they were going to integrate Ant-Man into the MCU during the final Marvel film. But I mean, they're enjoyable as hell. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know all the backstory on Ant-Man. I'm not a hardcore fan of his, but the movies, I've enjoyed them immensely. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm genuinely looking forward to a third Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd. He's awesome. And he's coming out in Ghostbusters next year too. So, and
he was also in Halloween 666, the worst Halloween movie. But
he was Tommy Doyle, right?
And Clueless.
And Clueless. He was great.
I think Halloween was like his first
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great movie. He's awesome in that.
I didn't see that. I just lived.
Has anyone seen the Netflix show with Paul Rudd?
The Netflix show with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, where he has like his other doppelganger.
Oh, Jennifer was driving home. Good to see you again, Jennifer.
Jennifer, we're glad you're safe. We're glad you put the camera down, and you were like, you look like you fell.
No,
right on you when I was talking about the passes for Dr. Sleep. But anyways, if you guys are here for the Dr. Sleep passes, and I know you are, because why would you want to look at me, right? They're in the description area of this video. Go to Nerd Report on YouTube. This is Nerd Chat. We try to have them often because we love to nerd chat, right? And there's links in there where you could get a free pass to Dr. Sleep.
Do you have it for Soda Springs, Colorado?
Of course.
Do you have it for
Soda Springs?
Bluff, Alaska?
Name like these low-key cities.
Why don't you ever have them in Palm Springs?
Do you have them for Palmdale?
Only old people live in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Walter Doty is asking, isn't his daughter older now, so will she be a hero too? Well, actually, Walter, in the comics, Scott Lang's daughter, Cassie Lang, does become a superhero at one point. So that's technically one direction they could go down at some point. They could even probably give Cassie her own Disney Plus TV show, or put her in like a young. If they did Young Avengers, they could do Young Avengers with Cassie Lang as a superhero.
So Jennifer, we're talking about Ant-Man 3.
I think it's a definite possibility. Yeah,
I love Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, and I love Michael Pena.
There's one thing I don't like about Michael Pena.
Why?
He spells his name Luis. Everyone calls him Louise, and then they call me Louise. I'm not Louise. I'm Louis.
You should be Louise. That's why.
Coño. Huh?
You should be Louise. That's why.
Yeah, that's the correct pronunciation.
Anyway,
Luis.
I'm not very invested.
Louis. L-U.
Luis.
Oh my God. Hold on. Where's the delete button here?
Luis Lecter.
Louis.
Yes, sir.
You know, I had a weird moment with Michael Pena under the carpet where I had hair in my mouth and he was telling me, but then he accidentally went to go grab it out of my mouth for me, but we didn't it just got awkward. He didn't do it on purpose, but all of a sudden his fingers were almost in my mouth. He was trying to be helpful.
Oh my God.
And then you devoured his hand.
Yeah, then she bit down really hard.
No, he likes Morrissey in the movie. We're good.
They can introduce the Young Avengers. Both Ant-Man films are way better than the terrible Joss Whedon films.
Lost Whedon now.
Thanks for the comment. I think we want everybody to comment. I
mean, technically, they could do Young Avengers at some point, and I think that's where they could make Cassie Lang the new Wasp or new Ant Girl or whatever, or Yellow Jacket. I got to be honest, I'm not too invested in the Ant-Man characters. The stories I grew up reading were with Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, who have basically been marginalized as the old superheroes in the story, which I'm not very happy about. I wanted to see them as part of the team.
But it made good sense, especially in Endgame.
I disagree.
Like that whole story. Well, I mean, they needed to do the whole past part.
I was never happy with how they made Tony Stark the creator of Ultron, when that whole storyline belonged to Hank Pym in the comics, and there's a lot of great story material that they had to dump involving Hank Pym and how and the guilt he feels over creating Ultron, and now it was given to Tony Stark, which I'm never
half of it was Tony Stark.
He's dead anyway, so it's okay.
Exactly.
He lives in.
But it was,
I mean,
Bruce
Ultron calls Tony his father. So
let the past die.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was completely inconsequential, easily the worst that the MCU had to offer. Hey, Sasha, you're entitled to your opinion. Thanks for your comment.
She's right.
I didn't really love Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I don't like Hope Van Dyne. I want Janet Van Dyne to be the Wasp, not Hope. I don't really care about the character. Scott Lang, Paul Rudd as Scott Lang is okay. He's decent comic relief. I'm just, the movies did well. They're going to make a third one. I don't see a problem with that, really.
Yeah, just call him Louis, not Louise, okay?
Sketch therapy. It's way more complicated in the comics. It was Ant-Man who made Ultron. He was supposed to stop his creation and become a hero, but Ultron went nuts. Hank Pym made Ultron in comics, not Stark. Thank you, Sketch. Thank you, Sketch therapy. He knows what I'm talking about. Or
no, it's just like the comics, but you got to make changes for the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you're going to change it, make it better.
Well, maybe they thought that was better, in their opinion.
Well, anything
they were wrong.
That's from has source material from the comic books.
Everybody's able to have their own opinion. I respect you for that, even if it's wrong.
It just has to be abridged. It has to be, condensed in order for it to fit in a movie. It always has to be done that way. Unfortunately, sometimes.
Yeah, it's too hard to fit everything in the comics in like a 2-hour movie, 3-hour movie nowadays.
Right.
Oh, I get so mad about anything over 90 minutes. I'm pissed off about.
Well, I think what we have too, what's really cool with Disney Plus, with the streaming service that we're getting in a little over a week now, is, I mean, we may be able to get some, some more insight into the backstory of a lot of the characters. Maybe they'll delve into a little bit more comic book lore for, Loki and Scarlet Witch. I mean, we don't know exactly where the stories are going, but maybe we'll get a little bit more of that with the streaming service.
And Robert's bringing up Disney Plus in the hopes that they'll send them a free membership. You cheapskate!
You made me buy my membership.
How much is Disney Plus?
What did we? Well, when we were at D23, we paid $140 for, I believe it was for 3 years.
3 years.
For 3 years.
Basically, it's like $380 a month.
A month
for 3 years.
A little under $4 a month for 3 years.
That's really good.
Matt Jarbo, Ant-Man should not get a third movie, or if they do, Peyton Reed should not return to direct. Well, Matt, it looks like, as of right now, it looks like Peyton Reed is directing the third movie. So that appears to be the plan. So sorry about that.
Also, I want to add that I talked to Matt earlier, and he's going to be doing a live stream at you could drop the link in the comments, my man. At what's the name? It's going to be at $3 Theater, or is it going to be at Hollywood After Dark? So, but after we're done, you guys that are in the comments area, you could head over to Matt's channel and check out his stuff right after. So.
Oh, Sasha hates Michael Pena.
Yeah, no, I know. I read that. Yeah.
I'm just.
How did that feel?
Wait, hold
Jennifer?
on.
Everyone right now, tell me, who were the villains in the last two Ant-Man movies? Who were the villains?
In the last two Ant-Man movies? Thanos,
and Ant-Man, in the two Ant-Man movies.
Yellow Jacket.
Okay, that was the first one. Who was the villain in the second one?
Second one technically didn't have one. It was just this weird ass story about figure out what's her name. That's why nobody really cares.
We got stuck in.
Yeah, I don't know. Walter.
They did the gender bending
Ghost,
and Ghost was not Ghost was not a memorable or compelling character, and I don't even think we're even going to see Ghost again.
The real villain is the director.
Who's the passes?
The what?
I mean, the main focus of the movie was just trying to bring Hope back and just trying to create a way to
not Hope
do that in a way that's just not straight into it and boring, even though it didn't come out the perfect way. But
I mean, the humor was fine. The characters' interactions were fine. I'm not that invested in these versions of the characters. I wanted Janet and Hank. Those are the best versions of Ant-Man, Giant Man, and the Wasp. And I'm just disappointed we're never going to get to see them and interacting with the Avengers. They were part of the original team. The original team was Hank Pym, Janet, Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man. That was the original. That was the original Avengers line.
That's what fan fiction is for.
I mean, that's sort of what the X-Men and Fantastic Four fans have been dealing with. But hopefully, when they do reboot those properties, they'll be done with care and more thought this time around.
Hey guys, so speaking of Star Wars, not really, but we'll talk about it anyways. This trailer, I think, dropped today for Mandalorian.
There's a new trailer?
Yeah, but let me redo this real quick. But have you guys seen it?
No, the trailer not yet.
No, it's not a trailer, but I think it's like a 30-second thing. I'm gonna try to share it with you guys.
Mike
I have not
about
seen
it forever.
Who?
Mike. Never.
Oh yeah, Mike was the one that's like, "Hey, go live tonight," so he cannot show up. He's too busy.
No, he's home.
Busy.
He is. Text him.
Okay, where's my phone? I'll text him.
I'll be right back.
Okay, guys, we're gonna watch this. Ready? Let's do this.
Never met a Mandalorian.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, audio's
I've
good.
only read the stories.
That Ugnut is Nick Nolte.
Oh, light speed.
Oh, so there's actually new footage here.
Your name will be legendary.
Ooh, wow.
What's up, guys, and welcome back.
Wow. That was dope, right?
I got to be honest, guys. I've been blown away by everything I've seen so far for The Mandalorian. Like anything movie, TV I've seen in quite a while. This has blown me away. I'm not chilling when I say this, but I'm just so pumped for this show more than.
Well, they have Lightspeed, dude.
More than anything in a long time.
So, Jeffrey, are you more excited for Mandalorian or The Rise of Skywalker? What, like, at this point, what are you more excited for?
Mandalorian easily with a bullet.
Wow.
Easily.
And
Easily.
you guys have seen a little bit of footage, right? I think it was about 20 minutes.
We were at the Disney Plus launch press day for The Mandalorian, and we saw about 27 minutes of new footage. This looks great. We got to see Migna as this new, I believe, an assassin character named Fennec. Let's see if her full name is here. Fennec Shand is Migna. Oh man, Migna Wen looks great. I'm so glad she's in this show.
Also, look at that character. Is that a CG character? Or
No.
Is that
No,
practical?
It's all done
practical.
practically.
It's practical.
Like there is CG
man.
in this show, but they're doing a lot of in-camera work, a
that's
lot
what
of practical work.
That's what CG needs to be, man. It needs to be the stuff to enhance it, not in the to make the practical effects look better, not be the actual effect. You know.
I mean, I'm just happy we saw some new footage today, and I cannot wait. I am so pumped for this show. I have not been pumped for a show like this. That it's not like anything I've seen. I think this is what we've needed out of this franchise. And like everyone's a little bit down on Star Wars and Lucasfilm and how they've handled it. But I mean, I feel like we've needed a show like this. I feel like this is a Star Wars show we've wanted to see for decades. And I feel like Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni are going to give us what we want here. And I think it's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. And the footage the footage we saw, Lewis, looks spectacular.
And I think that was an entire episode.
No, we didn't see an entire episode. We saw. I think what we saw was a good deal of footage from the first episode, plus scenes from later episodes as well. But we don't know which ones.
Chris, is Chris still on?
Why isn't there?
Chris, what do you think? You're excited for this?
Who are you talking to right now?
Chris.
Okay.
I'm
excited for it. I know you and Jeffrey saw it. I haven't seen too much other than the trailers, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan compared to you guys, but I'm still probably going to enjoy it.
So this image right here is straight from the holiday special, right? Wasn't he on a do-back?
Holiday special, yeah. When he's animated, he's on a do-back. I think it's kind of like
Boba Fett. The Chewbacca holiday special.
Yeah, so that was it. If I don't know, I don't want to say if you're like, do you remember it? Because I don't know if you've seen it. I was old enough. I was old enough to see it. So horrible. But that was Boba Fett's introduction. Was a little animated featurette with
but it wasn't a do-back, Lewis.
It wasn't a do-back.
No.
I just remember he was animated.
He was animated, and he was on like a sort of creature, but it was like a long-necked, almost kind of like ostrich-like creature, and he had that kind of tuning fork-like rifle that Mandalorian has in this show, but this character is not Boba Fett.
It's Boba Fett.
But if you look up Google and you look at that creature he was riding, it's definitely not a do-back.
I haven't seen the image. It's been such a long time since.
And the creature, by the way, that reptilian creature in the show is not a do-back either. It's from the Ewoks TV movies.
I'm confused by this comment.
He's what? Guys, what is this right here? What am I watching? What are we watching right now?
The special. Is it?
Wow.
It's the hot. Oh, thank you very much.
You know what I like?
Showing
There's
this
a
to
part in the
What the
special
hell is this?
where the. Do you remember
Look
the
at
part
the
of the special
background.
of the Grandpa Chewbacca and he's watching like sexy Chewbacca stuff on TV?
Oh yeah, like a straight up porn. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
dude.
Chewbacca porn.
It's
Oh my
Wookiee
God.
porn, and just the caked on makeup on Mark Hamill.
There are, just FYI, everyone.
Yes.
I won't say, but
this
movie, not movie, but this show does play to people who remember the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Lumpy, there's Lumpy.
Well,
and they
it
talked
confused
about
me
that
because-
at the press conference.
It
Right,
confused
Lewis?
me. Yeah, it confused me because I was like, the kids in school were like, dude, what is this? Did Star Wars have another movie? Because they showed this once and that's it.
It's an infamous holiday special that George Lucas
Oh, there you go.
What the
praised
hell
with
is
every
this?
fiber of his being.
Wow.
My favorite Star Wars thing.
There's there's a part in the show where like a guy delivers like some hollow videos to Chewbacca's family.
Yeah.
And one is apparently very racy or something.
It is.
I
remember.
I've only watched parody videos of the holiday special.
You need to watch the whole thing.
But there's like
There he is. Look at that. Look at that makeup. Look at that eye makeup.
That's like the Cure eye makeup. He's like Robert Smith almost.
That is Robert Smith.
I mean,
look at that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is straight up Flock of Seagulls. pre Flock of Seagulls.
What happened?
What did happen?
Well, you should look at the director's interviews.
Art Carney. There's Art Carney.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got some legends right.
Where's B. Arthur?
B. Arthur.
No, that's not B. Arthur.
Harvey Korman. No, who's this?
No, that's not B. Arthur.
Harvey Korman.
Yeah.
No,
B. Arthur is in the bar, I think. She's like the bartender.
Yeah, she's the bartender.
Oh, for adults only right here.
There was Diane Carroll.
Oh, God,
no, hold on. Here we go. Here we go.
Diane Carroll.
Why are you doing that? Why are you subjecting me to that?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
Oh
good.
my god.
Wow.
I'm waiting for that Disney copyright strike now on this video.
I don't
Yes,
think
you
they
better
care.
hope. You better hope I don't find you soon. For subjecting me to this.
Does Disney own this?
I don't know actually if they do
all
own it.
Does
That's a good
anyone? It's on
question.
YouTube. It's on YouTube, and we're commenting on it, so it's fair use.
Disney doesn't want it.
Well, for years the thing was it was bootlegged like at comic shows and comic book shows and sci-fi conventions.
Oh, okay. But I have the name of the creature, by the way.
There you go.
The one,
there it is, right there.
Yeah, that's not a dewback. That Boba Fett's
Oh,
riding.
look at how pretty she looks.
But the creature in The Mandalorian, it's called a blurg, not a dewback. It's blurg that was previously used in one of the ye old Ewoks, the Battle of Endor, and it's being ridden by the Ugnaught character whose name is I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's Kuiil. Quill. That'd be funny if it was pronounced Quill, like Peter Quill, Star-Lord.
I don't know about you guys, but if this dude was part of the Empire, I think they'd lose like in 5 days.
Okay.
Look at this guy's face. Imagine he goes to like a rebels hideout and it's like knock knock knock. Are any rebels here? Like with that face.
No. There
Wow.
you go.
The cartoon is pretty cool though.
Very cool.
What the hell is that in the back?
I like the animation.
Why are you
Aw,
torturing
look.
us like
Why
this,
is he behind
Lewis?
the little guy like that? I don't like that.
This is
By the
pretty-
way, Chewbacca canonically does have a son whose name is Lumpawaru. Lumpawaru.
I want that.
Imperial
All right, can we move on from the holiday special now?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jar Jar Binks. No one ever talks about Jar Jar.
What's Jar Jar? I don't want to remember.
Jar Jar should have
he's
his
a
own
Gungan.
show.
He's a Gungan. There are species of of sentient, intelligent creatures native to Naboo. Gungans.
So the holiday special is kind of proof, like a hint of what was to come with what is
Yes.
it? The Phantom Menace.
I guess.
Did
just
Lucas
proved-
actually direct the holiday special?
But
No,
he greenlit it. He must have approved it.
Well, what
Right,
year
but
is this?
I don't think he worked on it. I think he hates it, and he never allowed it to be released anywhere else ever again. Apparently, he hates it with a passion.
That's awesome.
The cartoon's good.
1978 was the year.
Wow.
Yeah,
but look, that was a time where Star Wars mania, like Star Wars was like a religion at the time. I mean, in many ways it is now, but like it was a fever. Like it was a fever, right, Lewis? Like
yeah, no, there was
the Beatles. It was like the Beatles. It was like Beatlemania.
Here's the problem with Star Wars, okay? There was look at the movies around that era, and then Star Wars like far and beyond faster and more intense than anything that was around back then. So so it was like Planet of the Apes and then Star Wars like sideswiping everyone. It's like, whoa. But nowadays, you know,
Planet of the Apes was earlier, much earlier, I think.
Correct. But then what did they have? What did they have? Planet of the Apes was still in people's mind. They also had 2001. So all the sci-fi stuff was not Star Wars. Like
Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers actually was they released a straight, I guess, a movie for TV in the early 80s, but it was trying to capitalize off Star Wars success.
Planet of the Apes was 68, the original. So 10
yeah,
years.
but it was still well in people's mind. And they had the sequels and everything. Okay, guys.
Sequels were garbage.
Okay, no,
Yes.
we got to talk Planet of the Apes soon. Anyways, if you guys are here for our live chat,
oh yeah, this is it.
Hold on.
Oh my god,
I have not seen this, so let's react. So, anyways, if you guys are here for the free passes, in the comments in the description area, there's a link where you get free passes to Dr. Sleep, select cities, early screening this Wednesday. I think most 7:30ish local theaters, if your city is included. Thank you, Warner Brothers. Make sure to head over there right now in the description area. Click on the link, claim your passes. They're limited, so first come, first serve. Good luck. All right,
Mr. Mugen Wee theory: C-3PO's eyes are red in new trailer because he is high. Smoked a doobie with Chewbacca. I like your imagination, Mr. Mugen Wee. Thank you.
Okay, so the Witcher trailer. Is this the new trailer? I have not seen it. Has it?
Yeah, they dropped the second trailer.
This is the newest trailer that was released at the very end of last month.
Jennifer, have you seen it?
No, I haven't watched the trailer.
What about you, Chris?
I haven't seen the trailer just yet, but I'm caught up with everything else.
You down to react?
If my camera was working, I would.
Let's watch it.
Okay. Robert, have you seen this trailer?
No, I haven't seen the trailer.
I'm assuming Jeffrey's seen it. Did Nerd Reactor just take off?
Yeah, he left a while ago.
He put in the comments to go live stream on Live It.
Was it the holidays?
John, our friend John, going to stream on Live It. See ya.
Yeah, and give him a follow too. Nerd Reactor, he goes live as well. I invade his space over there at Nerd Reactor as well. So thank you, John, for coming on the stream. Sorry about showing the holiday special. That's probably the real reason you left. But anyways, let's get on to Witcher.
I was ready to leave after that happened.
I almost capped out.
Okay, here we go. Let's check it out.
I've heard tales of your kind.
Ow! Oh, sorry.
You're a mutant. Created by magic. Roaming the continent.
We don't want your kind here.
Hunting monsters. For a price. I thought you'd have fangs or horns or something.
I had them filed down.
People call you a monster too. Why not kill them?
Because then I am what they say I am.
All of our choices draw our destinies closer.
If he is out there, there is still hope.
I have to find Geralt of Rivia.
Don't judge me.
They say witches can't feel human emotion. What do you believe in?
Evil is evil. Lesser. Greater. Middling. It's all the same. Princess Cirilla is your destiny. I can't protect her. If you dismiss it, yes! You will unleash true calamity upon us all. I'll take that chance.
Whoa.
Oh. Doesn't even look like Henry, whatever.
Henry Cavill, yeah, he looks
I
really
gotta
good.
say that as someone who doesn't know anything about that character, that looks
really
badass. Yeah.
So let me ask Jeffrey, because Jeffrey's pretty up on it. Hey, Chris, you're up on the Witcher lore too, right? The story.
I'm not as deep as Jeffrey would be.
So Jeffrey, let me ask you this: when Henry Cavill was cast and the lead role, how did you feel about it? What'd you think?
I was okay with it because some of the fan casting choices I was hearing were terrible. People were like saying Mads Mikkelsen, which made no sense, or someone else from Game of Thrones. Who is Jaime Lannister?
Oh, Nikolai.
Nikolaj Coster-Waldau.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? Yeah, he was not a good choice either, and there was no way he was going to be Geralt of Rivia, especially coming after Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Plus, this show started filming when they were still doing they were still working on Game of Thrones anyway. He was not my first choice for Geralt of Rivia, but considering, I think it's a better fit for him than Superman probably, because people don't want brooding, depressed Superman. Those are not qualities that go well with Superman. They go better for Geralt of Rivia, and now he can play his depressed, brooding Weasley guts out with this role.
He looks like
he's
Superman, but I agree with Jeffrey. That's not Superman. Superman is a happy character.
So far, I still think he was directed by Snyder to play that type of Superman.
Yeah, I do too. I agree.
That's a whole other can of worms. But
right.
I like this casting. I think the show looks great. I think Game of Thrones sucks. F Game of Thrones, the most overrated TV show in history. This show is going to be bigger and better than Game of Thrones. I said it. You all know it. And you all know Game of Thrones is overrated. It was always overrated. And it's time for Game of Thrones to step aside, and we're going to watch a real dark fantasy series that will actually be good. The Witcher.
And everybody just left.
And everybody just
left. Could you do that again?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, one more time.
The Witcher is going to be the best dark fantasy series of all time. F Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was overrated. The last season sucked. It was badly written. Garbage. You all know it. You all knew the show was overrated. They didn't know how to end the show. And now we're going to see Game of Thrones step aside and get F5'd by The Witcher, which is a real dark fantasy story. And this is going to be the true dark fantasy saga that we all really wanted, that Game of Thrones failed to deliver on. Move over, Game of Thrones. You're done.
It needs to end up with can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Oh my God.
I'll give that promo a 3 out of 5, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's a shill.
I'll take it.
I like the
I mean, some of that comes from the heart. I'm sorry. I watched Game of Thrones. I got into it fairly late. I understand why the show was a hit, but I still think that show was overrated, and I think the writing was bad. I think the show is elevated because top-notch production values, admittedly great performances, great acting on that show, and it's very adult. It's like we never saw a fantasy series like that on, or really anything like that on TV ever. The production values, costumes, sets, all that elevated the show, but the writing was never there to me. And it was always very hackneyed, trite writing, and it always sort of the way things moved. And then like you have characters taking years to get to a certain location, and then in the last couple seasons they're just teleporting around from place to place to suit the plot. And to me, that's not good writing. That's not good writing.
Also because of Game of Thrones being so far ahead that they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. If they didn't know what they were doing.
I mean, Benioff and Weiss, I believe they did a panel at the Austin Film Festival where they basically said we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We just kind of did it by the seat of our pants. And
They sound like me.
And I'm like, to
I
me,
feel like that happens with a lot of like the big shows that like blow up. They don't.
Sure.
They don't know what the hell. They're like, what? What the hell do we do now?
Yeah, same thing happened with The Walking Dead.
So you know the thing. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of things in Hollywood is what I learned in radio. It's not necessarily the most talented people get ahead, but it's the people who show up on time, who have the heart, the passion. A lot of people are flaky. You know, they want to get somewhere, but they don't show up on time. They're late.
99% of Los Angeles is flaky.
Correct. That's why, you know, I gotta say, I'm gonna do this right here on camera. A lot of people I've heard talk about me and say that's whack. Lewis is interviewing Jason Momoa or whatever, right? And I'm better. I've heard that a lot. Like,
you know,
people I consider friends, and you know what my answer to that? Yes, you could do it better, but I do it.
Exactly.
That's the difference. That's the difference. And yes, all you guys here right now, I think are better than me.
Well,
but,
look,
you know,
I don't know.
I'm doing my thing here. You know, I'm not great.
I think the more you're authentic and the greater things you do, the more people are going to hate it because there's just like jealousy and weird ego crap all the time.
So that's why you have Ben, you know, the Game of Thrones guys. They were probably the dudes that show up to work. And then the real,
I don't know.
Should have done.
They didn't do it. In my opinion, they didn't do a good, as writers. I don't think they did a good job. But can I just say one more thing? Here's a
1,000. Yeah.
Here's the potential for The Witcher as a series. If the show is a hit, this series is based on a series of books by Andrei Sapkowski. So the books are done. The story for the books are done. Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin, who's 70 years old, he might never finish those books, guys. And that was kind of the big thing against Game of Thrones is they had to finish the series past where the books went because they ran out of book material. They don't have that problem with The Witcher. The story is done. The books are complete. There's a beginning, middle, and end.
How many books are there?
So
Jeffrey, you mean this isn't based off the video games? What?
The reason the show is getting made is because of the games. That's the reason anyone knows what The Witcher is. I acknowledge that. But these are based on the books that are set, and all the books are set sequentially before the game, when the games take place. But the story is done. So they don't have to worry about getting ahead. They don't have to worry about getting ahead of the books. The story's complete, it's done. And when the show is done, they can follow where the books are done. And if they ever want to try adapting the game stories, which I think would honestly be problematic, I guess they could do that, but that would have to be separate rights because they don't have the rights to the games anyway. So, but I think that's why if this show is a hit, it can work better than Game of Thrones because they don't have to worry about running out of book material like Benioff and Weiss did. Jennifer, your thoughts?
How many books? First of all, Lewis, send Michael a link. He can't get on.
Oh my God. I sent Mike a link.
He said he didn't get it.
Hey guys, I just want to say one thing also about Benioff and Weiss. They were, I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but Jeffrey, real quick, without, they directed the episodes, correct?
I'm sure they did a number. I don't know how many.
It's so weird that one thing I did learn is that hold on, let me get my link.
All I'm doing, I gotta go, so I will catch you guys later.
Oh, you're gonna jam?
Yeah.
Chris, do me a favor. Hold on. Chris, do me a favor. Plug your channels, man. Plug your channels.
All right, so as you guys know, I'm part of Nuke the Fridge, but me and my team handle the video game section, so that's Nuke the Fridge Gaming. That's on YouTube. Our social media is also Nuke the Fridge Gaming, and yeah, we try to write up all the time. There's going to be a Smash Brothers announcement trailer, on Wednesday at 5 a.m. So we're going to try to do a live reaction to that. So that's going to be fun, having to wake up at 5 in the morning for that. Trailer. So, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of fun with Chris stuff right there with video games, and we really, really appreciate him doing all that, being the program director over there at Nuke the Fridge for video games and stuff. Video games are so much fun. I just wish I had time to play them more and everything. But I
do want to do a super cheap plug. We did, even Jeffrey was there. We did actually interview some of the cast of The Witcher at San Diego Comic-Con, and you can actually find those interviews at Nuke the Fridge Gaming.
What's going on over here? What's going on over here? Hold on. Did you fall?
I had to plug my computer in. Sorry. Now I'm good.
Is that beef organ?
Yes, it is.
Someone ate it. Chris, so drop those links on the comments area if you can.
All right, I'll make sure I do that right now before
And
I'll sign off right now and I'll post them up.
Okay, everyone who's listening right now, we're gonna Matt Jarbo is gonna be going live. He's
And
gonna
the
be able to drop the thing. Hold on a second. Hold on. And then a couple quick announcements, and then I'll introduce Mike. Real quick. Hold on a second. You didn't send me anything. All right, there we go. I'll leave that up there. But real quick, if you're here for passes to Dr. Sleep, they're in the description. Select cities. A lot of fun. The movie looks great. Sequel to The Shining. That's number one. Number two, they're for subscribers. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Number three, we are on Spotify. So this will be uploaded to Spotify, and that irrigates this podcast. This will become a podcast. You can listen to it in the car. I'm going to leave links to several places we're on. I think we're on Google Podcasts, a lot of things. I don't even know. But anyways, we're part of that, and which is a lot of fun. You can listen to in the car as you're driving in traffic or whatever. And we have Mike Sandoval from Muse TV here finally.
Mike,
I would have been here a lot sooner if you would have sent me the link instead of a link just to watch the YouTube.
What the hell, Lewis? What the hell?
Dude, I don't have enough, I was doing everything on my own, man.
Wait, it looks like Mike is pointing to a link that he can't find in that picture on the screen.
And that's what I'm doing.
Is the link over here? Is the link
Is
over
the link
here?
over there?
Actually, it looks like
Is the link where Stephanie Batriz was yesterday?
Where are
is
you
the
pointing
link?
to? Where are you with that picture?
It's an art gallery that I went to and I helped set up.
And if
Hey,
you guys
Michael.
want to see it, you got to go on the Nuke the Fridge YouTube channel where you see us. You don't just hear us, but you see us as well.
Hey, Michael, did you see that new trailer for The Witcher?
Yes.
What did you think of the latest trailer?
It looked pretty good. It looked interesting. I actually thought Henry Cavill looked pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. Jennifer, what do you think of the trailer and Henry Cavill?
I thought it looked really good. Like I didn't read the books, so I don't know much about it. But the trailer, I'm definitely going to watch it. I think it looks great.
There are 6 books, but some of them are short stories with and I know they're incorporating some of the short stories into the first season. I don't know. At least two of them, but they're going to have to change a bunch of things to make it sort of a continuous season. And it's only 8 episodes, but I think it has, if they can nail this and they can make it good, I think they can make something that's bigger and better than Game of Thrones. I truly believe that.
Game of Thrones. Mike never watched Game of Thrones. He hates Game of Thrones more than anything.
I don't hate it.
I just think it's overrated.
I never saw an episode.
I wanted to have a life, so that's why I didn't watch it.
Mike, we don't have a life. We work all the time.
Well,
Robert,
exactly. That's true.
Robert, your thoughts on The Witcher trailer 2?
I'll say this, and maybe I'm in the minority. Like I've said this before, but I've always thought Henry Cavill was a good fit as Superman. That was just Snyder's version of him playing Superman. But I've liked him in other movies, and I think he looks awesome in this. The dude's a pretty good looking dude, man.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Who's the lady? Because the guy's good looking.
Anya
Blah, blah, blah.
I love her outfit with the.
Okay, because like nowadays, I'll be real. Okay, let's be real. Like ladies could say guys are hot, but for some reason, guys can't say girls are hot anymore.
Henry Cavill's hot. Oh, I mean,
you can say whoever you want is hot.
I'm gonna bring it back. That lady in that trailer is
Anya
hot.
Shalatra.
Wow,
I
she's
love her.
hot.
She's very gothic looking. I like.
Yeah, it looks great. Her outfit looks great. I think that's going to be a good cosplay.
Her name is Anya Shalatra. This is really, she's done a couple things, but this is really her first major role. This is potentially her breakout role. And honestly, I was sort of not sold as a huge fan of this series. I was very not sold on her casting at first, but after seeing her footage at Comic-Con and then talking to her, in the round
you
tables.
interviewed her?
Yeah, I interviewed her at Comic-Con. You can.
Could you send me that link on Facebook right now?
Yeah. Hold on. But I have to Google them. But after talking to her, and seeing her footage, I'm like, okay, I think she's gonna do a good job. But
I like how angry she is.
Anya Shalatra, she's British actress. This is her first big role. This character. Her character's name is Yennefer, not Jennifer.
I like that. That's a great name.
Yennefer Vengerberg, and she's a very powerful sorceress. So this is a very important character to me. Here, Lewis, I'm sending you that link over to
Yennefer
Facebook.
Fingerberg? Is that the name?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. So
Fingerberg.
it's very important. It's very important they get this character right, and I think she's got. It looks like she's doing a good job. Her costumes do look great. I agree, Jennifer.
Yeah, I like that top. I want that.
Lewis, I Facebook chatted you a link.
So I'm gonna post Jeffrey's link real quick. You know, I gotta say, both you and Robert, I knew Jeffrey, I knew Jeffrey before Robert. And when we were trying to do this podcast, right? Originally, I had set up an Indiegogo, and Robert donated some cash without me even knowing him. I think I met him once. And Jeffrey as well. And I want to thank you guys because I don't think I've ever properly thank you guys because a lot of people forget to support small channels and stuff like that. And I want to say I really appreciate you guys. As I'm trying to put in your interview, Jeffrey, here. So hold on. See if
what was that? It was like screen going into screen going into screen.
That got your attention, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
It's a Matrix.
The Matrix.
Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix. Let's see what we got right here. Chrome. Oh, there we go. Here's. Did you see it? Could you guys see it? That's Jeffrey's interview.
Oh, cool.
This was back in July during Comic-Con, and really, other than The Mandalorian, this is probably the second biggest thing I've been excited about for this year in terms of
gives me anxiety.
Anticipation. But
what?
Comic-Con gives me anxiety. It's too many people.
You gotta
I totally get you.
The mayhem.
No, I think Henry Cavill will do a good job in this role. I think he's now that I've gotten to see him in costume and seen more footage, I'm a little more accepting of him in this role. I was never really against his casting. I wanted I think Zach Gowan? No. Zach McGowan is who I really wanted to play Geralt, but I think Henry Cavill will do okay.
I like it because it's a really different kind of look for him.
Yeah. And the costume looks good. So far from what I've seen, I think sets and props and everything looks good. The thing is with TV, you can't do like cheap looking TV anymore. It has to look like it has to look basically feature level when you do a genre show like this. You know, you can't skip on the production elements anymore. Otherwise people will reject it. Like, does anyone remember the Inhumans TV series?
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Here's Chris's coverage. You can check it out on Nuke the Fridge. So on Nuke the Fridge, if you guys ever want to check out our sister's website, you can just go on search right here and then type in whatever you want, and it'll show up. So.
Oh, Matt was commenting that Henry's a major fan of the game series.
Oh.
That's dope. I like Henry Cavill.
I remember that, Matt. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I think he walked away from Superman in order to play this role, and that's one of the reasons why he's very excited to see how it is.
I think Henry's not an idiot. I think Henry knew Superman was pretty much over for him.
Well, not only that, what kind of contracts are they giving people? Because
who knows?
Because Benioff and Weiss, they left Star Wars for Netflix, so they're hooking up money for it.
So maybe, I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe Star Wars was like a pay or play deal. Who knows?
Mike.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah. We can't see him because of Matt's.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, stop covering Mike.
Mike.
All right.
Like Mandalorian.
What happened?
Since you just came to the stream, we talked about a few things, but what are you up to, man? What's new? And introduce yourself to people who don't know you. We got a different crowd in today.
Yeah, no problem. Mike Sandoval. I'm the co-owner of Muse TV.
We're business partners.
Obsessed. Yeah, well, we're at the Newport Beach Film Festival yesterday for their fall honors and their varieties top 10 to watch for this coming year. Talked to Stephanie Patrice, Alfred Woodard again, Noah Jupa from Ford versus Ferrari. So it was a pretty good day, but we've been really busy.
So Noah is in Honey Boy, which we're covering tomorrow night.
Yeah,
and Alfred Woodard in Clemency, right? For Alfred Woodard.
Yes,
I heard it. Yeah, looks interesting.
She was the Icon Award winner for yesterday.
Oh, very nice.
Did you get what's her name? Jessie from Wild Rose. Was she there?
Yeah, Jessie Buckley was there as well. She remembered me, so it was kind of cool. I like that. I was just kind of like, I was nervous.
Remembered you because of me.
No, because I got in because of me, because of CinemaCon.
Me and Jessie are BFFs.
I know.
Matt Jarbo says on Benioff and Weiss, Netflix is giving them cash up front as a way to entice them to come on board. So maybe like they didn't have, I don't know what kind of deal Kathleen Kennedy signed them to. Maybe it wasn't like an ironclad deal where like maybe they could, it probably wasn't a sure thing, or I don't know.
See, that whole thing is just such a joke. When Kathleen Kennedy came on to get that contract done, I'm like, if you're running a studio, you make sure you lock them in and you make sure you get at least 75% of it done before they even talk to anybody else. I mean, it's just a business aspect that I don't get. Why in the hell should you even do that?
Maybe they were let go after the poor reception to the last season of Game of Thrones.
I don't even think it's anything to do with that. I think it's the fact that they got that Netflix threw a bunch of money at them, and they said
nine figures.
Yeah, I mean, if that contract had holes in it, that where they could leave and they could get out with no penalty. Shoot, even if there was a penalty, how much was the penalty going to be in comparison to what Netflix was giving them?
Yeah, I think they creatively, whatever Star Wars story that they were going to do was put on the back burner for Netflix.
Yeah.
Because Netflix just threw a ton of money at them. So, yeah, for them, it was probably, okay, we'll get to Star Wars as soon as we're done with this. And Kennedy was like, yeah, you know what? We're going to move forward without you.
Like, Sony Pictures had to pay a penalty for Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Mark Webb because there was like a Fox contract for him to do a film. And the penalty was showing that X-Men, I think Days of Future Past trailer in the middle of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 credits. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I think that was a penalty Sony had to pay for 20th Century Fox at the time.
That's why I'm curious to see that's why now with that type of deal, I mean, Kathleen Kennedy is an amazing producer, but to run a studio is the different thing. And I think that's where she's dropping the ball is when this is already, how many, is there 5 directors that have already 4?
Josh Trank was Gareth Edwards didn't get fired, but he was basically replaced during production of Rogue One
by Tony Gilroy.
Colin Trevorrow. He was the original director for for Episode 9, and then Chris Lord. So it's like five, at least five.
Yeah, it's about 5.
So it's like
because Benioff and Weiss is like Benioff and Weiss, I think, are 7 now.
Yeah.
Mike, what was that thing that came out? It was when Lewis was there too, the press day we were at, and it was about Game of Thrones prequel or something.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. It was at Wendy and Veronica's thing. But
we were talking about it.
Yeah, what was that? I can't remember what that was. It was something.
Well, apparently, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure like one of you guys know is that they canceled the prequel.
Yeah.
And they ordered a new
the other one. Yeah.
It's like a House Targaryen, like a House Targaryen prequel.
From what I understand, they shot that prequel with Naomi Watts.
They shot they shot a pilot.
The pilot, which is probably cost a lot because the pilot's the one that's supposed to sell the series. So that was probably the most expensive episode.
Probably at least. I don't know how much pilots go for, but like I once read something Game of Thrones was like 10 million an episode, so I would have to think it would cost around in that range.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if they put a little more, maybe it costs more, like plus or minus, I would think.
In my opinion, once they announced what's it called? The Marvel, what's his name? The producer, Kevin Feige. To do a Star Wars movie, it was done. Like I don't think Benioff and Weiss. I think they were gone.
Well, we don't really even know anything about that movie and how we don't even know if that movie will happen. Honestly.
Okay, if that doesn't happen, then I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it right now. They need to be 2 days in wrapping a shoot on a film before they announce.
I agree.
That's a Star Wars movie.
I agree.
Going, hey, by the way, we just wrapped the first episode of a trilogy, and it's by this Jeffrey is directing it or whatever. And guess what? It's going to go on. Anything they announce is now. If they get rid of Kevin Feige, that's going to be.
Well, they never made an announcement on Kevin Feige. I agree with what Michael says, though.
Here's the thing: Kevin Feige is probably going to be Kathleen Kennedy's boss within the next couple of years. Because I have a feeling he's going to run Disney Studios.
Disney Studios?
Yeah.
In the past, he said he doesn't want that job.
But
I always heard that he's never wanted that much responsibility. I mean, he just digs, executive producing MCU and making films. So yeah, I mean, we don't know. It could change, especially once Bob Iger's gone, because I think his contract is up by his extension goes till next year. So. Next year. Yeah, so I mean, there could be a lot of changes once Iger's gone creatively.
Kathleen Kennedy, she re-upped last year, didn't she?
She did, yeah, she did.
And everyone said she was going to get let go, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's going to save her job is a TV series. If Mandalorian is really that good, it's going to save her job because she was the one who got Favreau and.
Well, they already picked it up for a second season, so they're already committed to 2 seasons at least. So
and then whatever comes afterwards.
Mike, are you a fan of the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Oh my God,
we watched it.
I've watched it. I watched it when it first came out.
Jeffrey asked us to show it, and we did.
We did. The part where the grandpa's watching the sexy.
I liked it when I was a little kid. I can't now, and I think it's stupid.
I like it.
But I mean, I think that's why Favreau and Filoni are like putting that material in there because they were probably kids when that holiday special came out, and you can kind of tell, like, okay, Star Wars just came out. These guys are little kids, and they were probably enthralled, and just their imagination was captured. And that's kind of what we're seeing come through with The Mandalorian. It's sort of
that's what's needed for Star Wars.
I agree, 100%.
Who grew up with it, who knew it, who
like Mike.
Because to be honest, it's like directing is like playing in the front yard with your Star Wars figures, making a story out of it, and Filoni and friggin' Favreau did that. I just saw a new commercial today, and I was telling Lewis about it with that horned thing from Attack of the Clones that looks like a rhino, and you see a picture of it coming towards the Mandalorian, and it looked pretty cool. And I was just excited. Just every time I see something from The Mandalorian, I'm so excited to see it because it looks good.
Matt says that Kennedy's contract and Iger's contracts are both up in 2021.
Okay, I think
So
that sounds
a couple more
accurate
years.
based on what I heard before.
And then we'll have President Iger.
Yeah.
Hey, so I just really want to know, Mike, are we going back to CinemaCon with the open bar?
Of course.
But guess who else will be there? Me.
Oh,
I've never been to CinemaCon. Is it worth checking out?
It's a chaperone
Oh,
now.
Jeffrey, you're gonna love CinemaCon, bro.
I'm excited.
Like, if I register, do you think I would get approved?
Yeah, they approve. They approve. If not, you come in. You've been on this show. We'll get you in there.
Oh.
Jeffrey, do you drink heavily? Do you drink?
Not socially. I don't really drink.
Oh no, then
I don't drink, smoke.
I was gonna say-
No judgment here, by the way.
You're kind of you're like, I don't drink socially, but I drink alone.
I drink alone.
Hey, I'm live and let live. So anyone who wants to drink, as long as you're not hurting anyone, I say, enjoy yourself, have a good time.
And that's the best place to do it is in Vegas.
But don't drink it. But don't drink and drive.
No.
There you go.
There's
Exactly.
Ubers and Lyfts. No reason to anymore. No excuse.
Exactly.
Right.
All
right, guys.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. To see next year.
I think what's it called? Is trying to get out of here.
I gotta go to bed.
Don't let him. Don't let him. Don't let him. Change the subject, everyone.
I gotta go to bed.
He barely talked.
I just
Hold
got
on.
on here. Make it till
Hold on.
11.
Everybody, look at him. Look at him.
Hi.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, what's up,
I
Robert?
I love your Haunted Mansion sign,
Hey,
Robert.
can you
Thank
talk
you.
about it?
I wanna
Talk
say
about the
something.
Robert. Talk about that studio, dude. We want to know every detail.
I was gonna say make it till 11, so I could tell you what I found out yesterday.
No. I got to be up at 3:45 in the morning. Literally be up at 3:45.
Just stay up.
Oh my God. Me
Stay up.
too. PM.
Let me give you this news for Halloween Horror Nights then.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Well, I know there's dates.
No, this is something different than the
I
date.
want to hear Mike.
Okay, time out, Robert. If you have to go to
Damn it,
work,
Mike.
if you have to go to work, go for it. Listen to
Okay,
it.
no, wait. I want to know. I want to hear what Mike's gonna say. I got to listen
Oh
now.
my God! Here comes the
So-
complaint.
Damn it, Mike.
Okay, go.
So yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine who I went to elementary school with, and her son is worked at Halloween Horror Nights for the last couple of years. So there's a rumor going around with the employees because everybody's talking about it that Murdy may be let go.
No.
What? No way, dude.
There are rumors going around at Universal that Murdy might be let go because they want to bring the guy. Who was the guy? Ariano from Universal Orlando.
I like John Murdy. I'm very angry.
What?
About that.
So okay, let's say if that does happen, does his producing partner I think it's Chris Williams, his designer, does he go with him? Because dude,
I don't think so.
I mean when we were there about a month ago when we all went, dude, it was an awesome event. Each maze was spectacular. I'll say that I think I enjoyed it a little bit more than Knott's, and I love Knott's. I'm a huge fan of Knott's.
Yeah,
but Universal, man, they knocked it out of the park.
And
with those
Murdy's so
mazes.
passionate about it.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
And that's why I was kind of because I could see why they want to do it, but I could also see, and I could see why John Murdy would be like, okay, I'm done, I'm tired, I want to go stay in Ireland and not fly as much over there.
Right.
But I don't think it's a great idea right now because I think Universal Hollywood needs Murdy still to be there. So I'm hoping it's just talk within the employees.
I hope they keep him, please.
Who is Murdy, by the way?
Because I love
the creative director of Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that they keep him. But
I mean,
if the employees
the thing is, guys, times change and
Yeah, but like the thing is, John Murdy is like hardcore in the horror community.
Yes, please keep him. He doesn't deserve what he got.
That's what I'm hoping too. I'm hoping that the word that's going around the employees is
Murdy or Murray?
Murdy. John Murdy.
Yeah.
Also, they did announce Midsummer Scream's going to 3 days now.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
That's going to be
really
awesome
happy for those guys.
What's happening on the screen right now?
Yeah, so maybe I'll go to CinemaCon next year.
Yeah, sign up for CinemaCon and Midsummer Scream. I'm really proud of all those guys because they started from like a small little thing that's now 3 days. It's becoming like the horror Comic-Con now.
But you know what's the best? I really like Beyond Fest though. Beyond Fest kills it every year, I think.
I didn't go to Beyond Fest.
I hear Fantastic Fest is very good.
Which one?
Fantastic Fest.
I went, but the problem was like Fantastic Fest was right before Shriek Fest, and then I went to Beyond Fest and Scream Fest. It was like too many. I would love to go to Fantastic Fest.
Too many fests.
They're all fantastic.
Anyway, I have to sign off now too, everyone.
Yeah, I gotta tuck Jeffrey in, so I gotta go too.
Notice those two are leaving. That is insane.
Anyone who wants to check out my YouTube channel, Hollywood Purgatory on YouTube, my Twitter is Wheeljack83 at Wheeljack83. I'm always looking for new followers and whatnot. You can look me up on Facebook, Jeffrey. That's Jeffrey Harris. And the website I write for mainly is 411mania.com. And for Apple Podcasts, if there's an Apple Podcast for mainly pro wrestling right now, it is the 411 Wrestling Interviews Podcast. It's on Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts right now. So if you want to give it a look, give it a subscribe and a 5-star rating, I would really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Give us a little Adam Cole
Jeffrey.
Give us a little Adam Cole before you go out.
Yeah.
Give us an Adam Cole boom.
Who?
Adam Cole. Give us a little boom when you go.
Adam Cole, baby.
I love the match today. I love Adam Cole.
Wait. Can I plug my stuff before I go?
Yes. Go.
I'm on Pornhub.com is my website.
Oh, so I here.
I should play. Nuke the Fridge is where I get to post stuff and write stuff. And Instagram, Sugan Eighth Note, if you want to follow the drum stuff and music stuff. And I'm playing in Santa Barbara this weekend if you're interested.
Cool.
Awesome. And don't forget to check them out at Grindr.
At Grindr.
San Diego.
And
that is on Grindr, actually.
Yeah.
Michael, how's this?
We leave it open.
There you go. That's the way to leave. That's the way to leave.
Bye, everything. All you guys are great. Thanks for talking to me.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Good night.
I don't sleep, so I'm good at
Well, Matt is gonna go live. He dropped the link in the comments. So if you guys want to go and check out his channel, if you truly don't sleep, I think one thing, I have my own YouTube channel, but I love listening to YouTubers. It's just
I know it's fun.
It's fun, especially like at night. I just put on the phone and just
really watch
and it's great because unlike radio, like radio has their format. The YouTubers talk about stuff I like. You know what I mean? You just find the YouTuber you like.
And radio has just been bad. There's no more real talk radio anymore. There isn't anything that's enjoyable anymore. So it's like.
So, Jennifer, do you play the piano?
No, so I'm going to teach myself. I was at a thrift store in Glassville Park, the nicest part of Los Angeles.
Play the theme to Halloween, please.
Okay, hold on. You have to pump the pedals. It's pretty different. I don't know how to play this, actually. There we go. That sounds good, right? That was good, huh?
Play Mary Has a Little Lamb.
I can play Where's Thumpkin.
Do it.
Okay.
Am I gonna
annoying.
Am I gonna get demonetized?
No, because actually it's technically their own version, so you don't get a copyright strike on it.
That's cool.
I need to learn how to play. I've been watching YouTube videos on piano, by the way.
Yeah, one thing I've always wanted to learn how to use the piano.
Me too.
It's always been something cool to me. I think Matt's gonna go on at 11. Yeah. So once again, I know there's a lot of people here that came in for the free passes to Dr. Sleep. They're in the description section of
Rick Hahn like Dr. Sleep.
Huh?
Rick Hahn like Dr. Sleep.
Did you get in, Lewis, to see Dr. Sleep?
Yes, I did, but I couldn't go because I have.
The thing is, we have to let one Latino in, Mike. One.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No. The thing is I have to. Well, I want to cover. I have to watch. The only thing I'll watch early is stuff like I'm covering with interviews because I'm just booked. But yeah. So, did you get in?
Nope.
For the screening?
Nothing.
Well, come in on to the AMC Burbank on Wednesday.
Well,
Wednesday, where we are doing something, I think, aren't we?
yeah, we're doing something. We have interviews on during the day, and then I have a screening for Honey Boy.
Wait, you're going to screen for Honey Boy, and I'm not, but I'm interviewing them. That's great.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Wait, Wednesday, I'll go to DOCTORSLEEP.
At Burbank?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Just show up. I'm working that screening.
Yeah.
You are? When is
Yeah.
it?
Burbank AMC at 7:30.
Okay, I'm totally there.
And then I got Just Mercy on Thursday with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan on Thursday.
I have something Thursday. I can't even remember what it is.
My contact just fell out of my right eye, and that's why. Ugh.
Damn.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it real quick. Give a plug to where people can follow you, Mike.
You can find me at Muse TV on YouTube, and you can check out all our new videos that we just put up today, and we have some more coming up tomorrow.
Jennifer?
Also, at musetv.net, MUSE.net. Muse TV. Oh, God, I did it wrong. I'm tired, I guess. I'm sick, too.
You sound like Mickey Mouse.
And our sister site, culturallyobsessed.com.
Okay.
Instagram, Jennifer E. Ortega.
And you could follow me here on the Nerd Report on YouTube, Nuke the Fridge on YouTube, nukethefridge.com, nerdreport.com. And if you have Twitter or Instagram, you could go at NerdLecca, which you can see right there on the screen. Also, my name is Louis Lecca, but it's spelled Luis, just like the guy from Ant-Man, but it's not Louise, it's Louis. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
You can find you at Frankensons.
I don't know. You can find me everywhere. You can find me at Taco Bell.
Great. I need to start up. I have that Nerdtega now at Twitter. I need to start that.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah, I need to start it.
Okay, follow Jennifer at Nerdtega on Twitter. I got to get out of here. I'm going to go and check out Matt's channel, Hollywood After Dark. I think we're going to head over there. He's got a lot of fun stuff to do, to talk about. So check that out. Nerd out.
Mike, do you want me to call you? Do we have